חטאת נהנה ממנו העולם,
שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. I'm putting this
in memory of
Koen ben Rachel. You're going to put it every day, correct?
Yes, sir.
B'shut Kal HaKadosh, everybody, welcome. B'ezrat Hashem, there's a big tragedy happening in our community. We're going to say Leilu Nishmat Koen ben Rachel, Ruach Hashem Tenachenu B'Gan Eden. Please, from everybody, from our friends, close ones, loved ones, we have to eulogize for the family. Condolences from Mark Itzhakov, Mordechai Mark Itzhakov, Robert Matatov, Benya Sadikov. Please, from all our community, accept our condolences for the lost one, Koen ben Rachel, Ruach Hashem Tenachenu B'Gan Eden. Me personally, I met Kole about 10 days ago. Got introduced through the Marek Mordechai Itzhakov. As we speaking in this room, that over here, I spoke to him about for 2 hours, about approximately, it was a couple Wednesdays. Didn't know him before. He told me a couple things, spoke about life, Torah, Tshuva. And afterwards, I saw him, after the Wednesday, I saw him again on Monday night. I stopped by his house for like 20-30 minutes. And all of a sudden, I see they call me, Mordechai Itzhakov, that something tragedy happened in our community on this Friday. So everybody have the question, how we do it, what we should do it. So the best way right now is what can we do, how we can help him, in which way we could help him. Can we help him before whatever happened? So whatever happened before, it's already in the past. We could learn from it, not just could learn from it, we could learn from it, but go forward. Right now, we have to go forward. The more people we're going to bring with this, whatever happened, tragedy, to our community, to our close ones, to friends ones, to his mother, Rachel, שהקדוש ברוך הוא לא יוסיף עוד בילה המה שיקיים הפסוק בילה המוות לנצח. Over here, that we at least could do, each one of us that could hear this, to take upon themselves some type of mitzvah, any mitzvah כחמורה וכקלה, any mitzvah that a person is able to take, ladies, men, anything that they say in the name of the Leilu Nishmat Koen ben Rachel, and everybody else that able to take upon themselves. The more mitzvot we're going to take, the more it's going to helpful. It's going to be helpful for him and for his soul. So I'm going to open a book right now in Yalkut Yosef that talks about Chilchot Avilut. And I'm going to read in a Siman Shin Ayin Vav in a 376, and I'm going to read the law, what we can help him and how can we help him. Leilu Nishmat Koen ben Rachel, Ruach Hashem Tenachenu B'Gan Eden. יש אומרים שגם אם אנשים זרים עושים מצוות או נותנים צדקה לעילוי נשמת הנפטר, אומרים קדיש, הדבר מועיל לעילוי נשמתו לטובה בעולם העליון. So following, it says over here that if people, as we, as nation, or anybody that's not even related to him, now we're talking about close ones, the friends ones, and the family, we do mitzvah, any good deed that has to be one of the 630 mitzvot of the Torah, or notnim tzedakah, or we give a tzedakah, Leilu Nishmat HaNiftar. We're going to say Leilu Nishmat Koen ben Rachel, or Amrim Kaddish, or we could say Kaddish. הדבר מועיל לעילוי נשמתו לטובה בעולם העליון. It's very helpful in the higher worlds that for his neshama, ויש אומרים שלא יועיל ולא יצילו מה יעשה בשביל אדם אחרי מותו. Some say that's not even help whatever we're going to do for that person that passed away. כי כל אדם נידון לפי מה שהוא בעת מותו. Every person is judged accordingly to his deed. ואין תוספת מעלה תועלת כמו שעשה אחר כך. It doesn't make a difference after the death what you're able to do. ויש חולקים, but there's an argumental. And the final law is like this. ואומרים גם לאחר פטירת אדם בעולם הזה יש לו זכות ומצוות לצדקות עושים על שמו. It says after his death of any person, that has to be him and necessarily, but because we speak of him, we're going to open this topic more widely. לאחר פטירתו אדם בעולם הזה, after he passes away from this world, מצוות הצדקה עושים על שמו למונחות נפשו. He's going to have a rest if we're going to take upon ourselves mitzvot, which means to do good deeds, kindness, but mitzvot has to be with 630 mitzvot. Somebody did not keep Shabbat, somebody did not keep kashrut, somebody did not keep nidah, while a woman is in a period, his wife. All these things he's able to take upon himself. The more he says, this is for that we say we love Kola, everybody love him. Such a kindness man, great man. Me personally, did not know so much about him. Just met him 10 days ago. I wasn't his partner. I had no conflict of interest, of money, of anything has to do. We as a community was trying to help. His partner Roma trying to help. Everybody trying to. Whether we fail, whether we not fail, we already have to go forward. We have to be more cautious. Somebody has to take responsibility. After 120, each one of us have to take their own responsibility. And from here, לכן מנהג העולם לרבות בצדקה ומעשים טובים. That's what we have to do in his soul, in anybody that passed away. צדקה, מצוות מעשים טובים, לימוד Torah, learning. Learning is one of the most important key in the Torah to learn. To learn, in Masechet Yevamot it says in page 109, Amud Bet. Somebody learning and has not fulfilled whatever he's learning, he's not even going to get a schar, which means the reward for learning and reward for the mitzvah he does. Everything that we learn in order for us to become humans and to become better of our traits and characters. Tovim be'limud Torah kol yod bet chodesh. So 12 months we have to learn for his neshama. We have to take upon ourselves mitzvot lemunacha le'niftar, lemunuchat niftar. So he has to rest in peace. We all use the words rest in peace, but what does it apply? By me saying rest in peace, that he's going to rest in peace or not going to rest in peace? So the Torah Akdusha, our Torah, the Holy Torah says, the only way that he's going to have a menucha, a rest, each one of us take a mitzvah, each one of us take upon himself learning. If somebody learning half hour, say I'm going to learn another 15 minutes. Because I love the soul. I love as a human, I love Kola ben Rachel. ועל כל פנים, אם עשה מצווה או צדקה אומר קדיש לעילוי נשמתה נפטר, הוא אדם גדול אפילו אינו קרוב משפחה נפטר, מצוות מצוותו ותפילות מקובלת. Even a person is big, and he's not close to his family, he's just a friend, or close friend. מצוות התפילות מקובלת. He says his mitzvah, his deeds, תפילה, his prayer will be accepted. בזכות נעשות לנפטר זכויות רבות. So we have to give him many merits. לכן אין שוכרים אדם לאמור קדיש על הנפטר. That's why if a person hires a person to say קדיש, שישתדלו לעשות על ידי אדם צדיק. If a person hires somebody to say קדיש for kola, for anybody, he has to be a person tzaddik righteous, with Talmid Chacham, or scholar, which means, according to the Chacham Avadia Yosef, he has to learn at least 8 hours a day. He spent most of his time by learning. וכן אין עניין זה לגבי בניו. It has nothing to do with his kids. שהרי באמירת קדיש שלהם נכנסים את אביהם ואימם לגן עדן, מעלים אותם מדרגה. He says when a son says, especially son says Kaddish, he's going to bring his father or his mother to the Gan Eden from the stage to the stages. ילכו מחיל אל חיל, שכן מעשה צדקה לעניים, שאין ערך אליך למנוחת הנפטר. That's why he says that there's nothing more than to say, learn take upon himself mitzvot, tzedakah, kaddish with the righteous person, and also Talmid Chacham, a scholar. And he says that this will be having a peace of his mind. So over here, the main question we ask to the whole community, we say what happened, how's it happen, how is it possible, and everything like that. So before we're going to get to it, I'm going to read something for you in a Shara Mitzvot, Ariel Kadosh says, in Parasha Vayechi, in a page 22. והנה צלם של הנשמה של הרוח הכוללת אורחותיהם פנימיים מקיפים בעת פטירת, מסתלקים כל אחד הולך אל המקום המוכן כפי מעשיו. Says, each one of us, we have an inner soul and our soul. Our soul. So what does it mean? You have an inner light and outer light. When a person passes away from this world, he says everything that he created in this world, everything is according to his deed. How much deed he did, that's what he's going to be accepting on himself. That's what Hashem will pay him. אבל אורות הכלים דצלם של הנפש תחתון מכולם אשר הוא נחלקו שתי בחינות. אור הפנימי וזין אורות מקיפים כמניין למד מם דצלם כנזכר. Following Arizal says, a person, he has 5 levels of neshama. It's called nefesh, ruach, neshama, chaya yichida. The lowest part, it stays with him in this world, which is called nefesh. Nefesh, which means something physical. And every day, a person within 7 days, when he passes away, he says that every day his neshama will go back to the house and look what happened. And he would go back and forth for 7 days. אמרו רז"ל כל 7 ימי אבילות, נפש הולכת ובא בבית ההוא. Says going back, like we said, 7 days going back and forth to the house. כי אינם ימלאים יפרד כל כך במהרה בין הבית. He cannot be separate. He left something in a light in his house, and he cannot be separate from it. That's why he goes back and forth. That's why whoever's sitting 7 days in any way should never nobody see any pain in their life. But if it happens, nobody runs away from it because of the chet of the Adam HaRishon, the sin of Adam HaRishon. אשר בו נפטר, וקשה להם פרידה משם, גם קשה להם לפרד מן הנפש פנימי שלהם. That's why he says when he comes to the house every day, make sure we're going to learn Torah. We do mitzvot, no argumento, for the sake of the toilet, to elevate the soul. לכן הולכים באים מן הבית אל הקבר. Goes for 7 days. They go from the grave to the house, from the house to the grave. מן הקבר אל הבית. בכל ויום ויום 7 ימי אבלות. Only for 7 days. נשאר מקיף אחד מזין מקיפים, קשור עם הנפש פנימית בקבר. תשלום 7 ימי אבלות נפרד כולם מהבית. He says for 7 days he left something in a light. The only reason he comes to the house because he left something in the house that's in a light cannot be separate. He says the only way that he's going to be separate, that once he's going to finish to take that inner light. And how is going to happen? By coming every day for 7 days. And afterward, وَأَنِيَخْ عَلَى ציון הקבר. In the United States and America, we don't have a custom because of the weather condition to put on a 7 days the tombstone. The best way, that's what they do in Eretz Israel, the best way to put a tombstone after the 7 days. והתקשרו עם הנפש פנימית עומד בקבר עם הגוף שלו. וזה היא סיבת 7 ימי אבלות. עדיין מקיפים נפש המת, הולכת ובא בבית. היום 7 נמצא בעוד אשר זין מקיפים הם בבית, אלא קליפה אוחזים מאוד בנפש הפנימי של המת. He says there's a, לא עליכם, should nobody see. He says there's a קליפה, there's a יצר הרע. קליפה, it's also not really means יצר הרע. There's an outer shell in a person that he created with his sins. He says they're able to go and run after that person. כי נודע אין שולטים באורות מקיפים, אלא באורות הפנימיים. בכל ויום ויום מתחבר מקיף אחד עם הנפש הפנימית, מסתלק ממנו קליפה אחד. It says every day when you come back to the house, if we learn Torah, we do mitzvot maasim, for the sake of the Leilu Nishma, that the person that we said, he says this klipa, this Yetzer Hara, this Satan, is able to get away from that person that is passed away. And we know the neshama is eternity. The soul is, there's not nothing death to the neshama. נסתלק ממנו קליפה אחד, מזין קליפות נאחזים בו, ותשלום ותשלום 7 ימי אבילות כבר נתבהל כל זה 7 מקיפים מן הנפש פנימי. אז אין הקליפה נאחזת בכם, אלא אותו קליפה מוכרחת להישאר שם להידבק עמו, בעת הבשר קיים. It says not only that klipa, that outer shell that the person created with his sin, he says is able to separate within the 7 days, but that's not enough. The only also way when the flesh of the human is gonna dissolve inside the ground, when it's gonna dissolve, that's everything that had to be attached to that klipa, to that non-stageable klipa that's able to take the person and to be attached to him, is not able to have any menucha, which means to rest. While the fleshes exist, while the fleshes exist, the Yetzer Hara would not leave him inside the grave. That's why the faster the flesh of the person, it will dissolve inside the grave, the better it is for the person. I'm going to read for you right now from the Yoreh De'ah, Chacham Avadia Yosef, in the Chelek Zayin, in the 7 of his book, in the Yoreh De'ah Siman Mem Bet 42. Whatever happened to him, so many been asking question, what happened, how we do it, what should we do it? He brings over here, Rabbeinu Bechaya, Parasha Acharei Mot. I'm going to read from it. שגם הוא מעיד על מנהג המלך כהן, אף על פי שהם פקודת השנה. בשבוע הוא סוף י' בחודש. כל זה צריך להתחיל קדיש בשבוע לפני, שאז נשמע עולם ואינו יורד. עדיין חסרים כמה ימים שללים לחוק, כמה שעלה שוב לא ירד בשביל אותם 3 או 4 ימים חסרים מבד. מנהג פשוט בכל העולם שיזכרה או לימוד. So following it says, בדין סימן מ"ג, בדין מאבד עצמו לדעת אם עשו קרוביו לימודים והשכבה וקדיש לעילוי נשמתו. So because with the situation, whatever happened with him, should we say Kaddish and should we say Ashkava Leilu Nishmat? ועלה על פי דברי גאון רבי חיים פלאג'י. בשילות תשובות, רבי חיים פלאג'י was the big posek in his book, so-called שילות תשובות, in סימן ק"י, שיש לעשות לעילוי נשמת לימודי וקדיש. We have to do לעילוי נשמת and a קדיש. רק אין להספידים בקינות ויצא, וכן עלה בשאלות תשובות יביעו עומר, וכן עלה בשאלות תשובות שער אשר, שכל מה שיכול הבן לעשות לזכות את נשמו אבי יעשה. Says whatever the son able to do for the father, do everything is possible. And we're going to continue saying not only son and everybody else. שאביו היה רשע גמור, even though, לא עליכם, we're not talking about him, even the father was not a good person, he was a wicked person. כי ברא מזכה את האבא. Says the son would able to marry the father and to share in the world to come. אפילו אב מזכה את בנו על ידי קדיש. He says even the father, לא עליכם, should never see if the kid passed away from the father or anybody that has to be with his family, and especially when his son passes away, he's able to help him with the prayer of the Kaddish and the Tefillah לעילוי נשמתו, Kaddish and a prayer. כמו כתוב התוספות במסכת סוטה. מסכת סוטה, it says that in page 10, גבי דוד שואל בתפילתו על אבשלום להצילו מגיהנום להעלתו לחיי עולם הבא. It says דוד המלך, when his son passed away, Absalom, he's able to say Bini, Bini, Bini 7 times, and then the 8th time he says he took him from the Gehinom, he put him into Gan Eden. שכל מעבד עצמו די ראוי לו להתאמץ הרבה להוסיף עליו יותר. פתח הדביר, there's a פתח הדביר, the book called חלק ג', the third book, שהבן שלו מאבד עצמו לדעת ראוי להתאמץ הרבה להוסיף עליו יותר משאר המתים. He says, if somebody, the situation that happened to our community this past Friday, whatever happened with him, he says, we have to do more than that person passes away in a regular death. We have to do for this person more than anything else, which means the Meshar Metim B'Tzadakot, we have to do charity, a lot of charity, a lot of Ma'asim Tovim, good deeds. V'chem b'Kadish Niftar B'Tzibur. Also we have to do Kaddish. שכן הורה על גאון מחבר מליץ יש. אמרו חז"ל, כל מאבד עצמו לדעת אין חלק לעולם הבא. Because of the situation that happened, the Chachamim said that a person doesn't have share in the world to come. היינו שאין לו חלק ועוצר מעולם הבא בפני עצמו. He doesn't have his own עולם הבא, the share in the world to come. אבל ניזון הוא מאוצרות צדקה. But he says, if he doesn't have a person, anybody that went to that situation, אבל ניזון הוא מאוצרות צדקה גנוזים לאלו שלא זכו. He says, but we able to do, as a nation, as a community, we're able to help him. כאין סמוך על השולחן האחרים. כעני, it's like I was saying, a poor person that comes to somebody and he wants to eat food. He says, same thing right now, we're in a situation that we're in. פרשה אחרי מות רבנו בחייא, במדרש תלפיות. והן, so he brings many rabbis that talks about it. היטיב אשר דיבר הרב מחבר. So we have to do as much as we can to help him with our mitzvot. Baruch Hashem. I'm going to put up the video. Yura, that we're sitting, me and Kola was sitting in this room. We was talking almost for 2 hours, like I said it before. And yesterday was on Monday. Today is the shur is on a Tuesday. He came in and we spoke, and he says, from Leilu Nishmat, as you're going to see in the video, I will take upon myself tzitzit. I will try to shape up everything that they're able to do for the mitzvot, for the sake of the kola beniftar Leilu Nishmato. So we're going to read again from Yabia Omer Chelek Vav, which is in the 6th part of the book of Rav Ariel Yosef. Yored Deya in a chapter Yored Deya Siman Lamed Vav, in a Siman of 36. The Mashana, he's going to bring Shara Kavanot. He's going to bring the Arizal. Arizal says following like this: Shara Kavanot Drush Vav, in the 6th part of the Amidah. The Mashanu Amrim Vesim Chelkenu Mahem. In the Shmona Israel we say, put our part of play with them. With who? Kasher Adam Chote. He says when a person does sin, V'oseh Avirot, Amichavot et המצוות מונע עצמו שכר מצוותיו. He says when a person does a sin, what he does, if he did a mitzvot, if he did a good deed, whatever the mitzvah he did, michabe oto, he extinguished them. Schar mitzvah, and he's not able to get schar for the mitzvah. Schar, which means the reward, the way he's supposed to be get. He's gonna get reward, not as much as he's supposed to be. Leten tzedakah v'yitnim letzaddik acher. So what the Kadosh Baruch Hu does, he gives to another righteous person. That's schar, that's reward. When a person do a sin, with that whatever the reward is supposed to be get for the mitzvah, what he does, he says extinguish that, and a Kadosh Baruch Hu gives to another tzaddik. Beseder yachin basod, in a passage, in a verse, yachin rasha v'tzaddik lilbash. He says, when God forbid a wicked person does not go in a proper way, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives to the tzaddik. Ach, yesh tzaddikim gdolim ma'ala she'inam rotim le'inonot bezulatam. You have tzaddikim that don't want to enjoy from nobody else except themselves. Mikablim otam rak b'torat pikadon. The tzaddikim, like we said it before, when a wicked person, sometimes he does mitzvot, because he does so many avirot, because he does so many sins, he's not able to accept the reward. Hashem cannot give him reward for that because he extinguished. And he says he gives to tzaddik. But you have tzaddikim that they don't want to enjoy it. They don't want to enjoy it from this world. So they take it as a collateral of that mitzvah that the wicked person did. Kasher yashuvu ba'alehem b'tshuva yachzuru lahem otam ha'orot. He says, when a person comes that wicked person do tshuva, when he does a tshuva, Hashem takes from that tzaddik, and the tzaddikim themselves give him back the mitzvah that they did. Lefi ze, from this we learn, Chacham Avadia brings Ariya Kadosh, Arizal, Lefi ze yesh toledet arbe, באמירת קדיש וצדקות שעושים לעילוי נשמת הנפטר מאבד עצמו מעולם. So he says, you have big toilet, which is helpful, of a person does kaddish, tzedakot, charity, לעילוי נשמת, learning, taking mitzvot upon himself, שיכול להיננות ביותר שאר המצוות, צדקות גנוזים לאותה שלא זכו. לכן יש תועלת באמירת הנפטר בציבור, באמירת השכבת תפילה נשמתו. That's what we have to do, as much as we're able to bring the mitzvot to anybody, especially right now, because in a situation, somebody going to mixed weddings. One of the things, I don't remember in a Ben Ish Chai, I heard from Rav Yaakov Yosef. Ben Ish Chai says in the Shem, Rav Yaakov Yosef is the Rav Avadia's son. He says, Rav Yaakov Yosef, he was the firstborn of Rav Avadia. So he brings the Ben Ish Chai, he says, a person, why are young kids, why a young generation going away from this world? Because one of the reasons that people go to mixed weddings. We have to stop going to mixed weddings. The more we go, how much crying, how much we're not able to do, how much we feel sorry for anybody, for anything, we causing not to have chas v'shalom kitruk le'am Israel, not to have the Shua attorney, and to go Am Israel. We have to tshuva on it, to stop going to the mixed weddings. If somebody have a mixed wedding and he's gonna go there, Rabbeinu Pele Ued says that Satan is rokdim otam, is dancing with them. So each one of us that able to perform a mitzvah for the Leilui Nishmat, like we said it before, and we keep repeating it, that we have to say for him and for his soul, to it never should happen to the Jewish nation, will ever happen to him or to anybody, that make sure that we take upon ourselves mitzvot, that we have a proof, the book that I just read, 3-4 books, to have a proof of how we're able to help a person that passes away. So B'ezrat Hashem should give us baracha, tzlacha, sason v'simcha, briyut, arbe disyat dishmaya, v'chen yiratzon v'nomar amen.